Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you are wondering why my hair is so crazy and curly, it is because in today's video we are doing an 80s inspired makeup look. So I was inspired by Jade Thirlwall from Little Mix on TikTok. She said to do your best 80s look, so I thought why not film it too. And I've just finished doing my hair and I actually love it. Like, it is so crazy, but I love it. So we are going to play around with some bright makeup today, so I'm so excited. So if you want to see how I went from this to this, then please keep watching. So I've just really quickly done my brows and prepped my lids off camera using my usual Benefit Cosmetics browsings and Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Gel in taupe, and I did them a little bit darker than usual because all the photos I've seen, the ladies and girls have quite dark eyebrows, so I am going to make them a little bit darker too by putting a little bit of mascara in towards the end. I also used MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NW15 to carve out my brows and prep my eyes. So let's get into the colours. So I will put on screen the photo that I have been inspired by. So as you can see, she's got really curly hair and she's using greens and pinks, so that is what we are going to use today. So I've pulled out a few different palettes. I'm just going to see which one I want to use. Right, I'm going to go in with the Jeffree Star Beauty Killer palette. I'm going to use the shade Expensive and apply that on the lid. Just pack that product onto the brush. So this is going to be one of those where you really have to trust the process, because I feel like this is going to look a little bit crazy. Does anyone else ever feel like they were like born in the wrong era? Because I do. I hardly ever listen to like chart music. I'm always 70s, 80s, 90s. In fact, we have a vinyl record player that my dad has loads of old vinyls from when he was in his 20s and 30s, and I like to put those on and dance around the kitchen. So just applying this all over the lid in the lid's shape, if that makes sense. And then not going too close to the outer corner, just kind of bringing it down like so. So it's kind of a bit of an abrupt stop. Okay, I'm going to go in with quite a firm blender brush. I'm going to go in with the Spectrum D36 brush, and I'm going to take the colour Star Powder. Get that loaded on the brush, tap off the excess and just start to blend that out. Going right on that line and blending out the blue into the pink. So that's kind of how we're looking so far. It's gone a bit purpley obviously in there, which is fine. What is really throwing it down? Why has it decided to absolutely throw it down on the day I've decided to wash all my coats? Hers isn't really like blown out or anything, it's just kind of on the where the eyeball is in the socket. So just blending that out until I'm happy with how the blend looks. Just bringing it up here a bit more too. So this is just a little morph brush from this stripy set, and just then going over the edges of the pink just to really smooth it out. Then I'm going to go in with that brush I first started with, and going back in with the blue and just building it up to the colour that I want. I have lost my brush. I'm just going to bring the blue out a little bit more to the inner corner, because that's how she has it on the photo, and just building up the blue to the intensity that I want it. So you just go in back and forth until you are happy with how it is looking. Doing this just normally, like in this day and age, I would be wanting to cut the crease, so it's going to be very weird for me not to. Okay, so I am happy with that now, happy with the blend, so I'm just going to do the same on the other eye and I will be right back. So I've just gone ahead and done the same thing on the other eye. I just went ahead and also put some of this shade China White just on the brow bone and the inner corner, just to brighten it up a bit, because on the photo she doesn't have like a reflective brow bone highlight, which is like killing me a little bit, but that's fine. She also looks like she's got a little bit of Kohl liner along the lash line and in the waterline, so we're going to pop some of that on. I'm just going to go in with the crazy sexy Kohl liner. Oh, apparently this is a limited edition one. This is from Soap and Glory. I have no idea how I'm going to do this on camera, but we will give it a go. Just pulling the lid a little so I can get a nice line along the lash line. I get this morph liner brush and just blend that out a little bit so it's not as harsh. So it goes a little bit smoky. Not too much though, because hers isn't too smoked out. And then I'm just going to go over the top with Black Rainbow, which is this shade again from the Beauty Killer palette. Kind of set it and make it that little bit more smoked out. I'm just going to take that first brush that I packed the blue on the lid with and just run it over the end, blend it a little bit more so it doesn't come to such a harsh stop, like so. I'm going to do the same on the other eye. Again, the same, just applying the Black Rainbow along there to help smoke it out a little bit, and just getting that blue and blending the end. And it also looks like she has it in her waterline on the top. I can't remember what that is called. I know it has a special name, but I can't remember right now. So I'm just going to pop some of that up there. Whether I'll be able to do this on camera or not, I do not know. I will try. If not, I will just skip out. Whew, okay, done. I hate putting liner up there. It just feels so unnatural to me. So for lashes, she's definitely got falsies on, but they're not too crazy. Not too crazy, like you can still see her eyeshadow. So I think today I will use my Ardell Demi Wispies. So first I'm just going to coat my lashes in some mascara, so just going in with my PHB All-in-One Ethical Beauty mascara and just doing a light coat of that. Just taking the Ardell Demi Wispies Foam Mink lashes, because these are nice and full and will give me that cat eye look that she has, but as well as still being able to see the eyeshadow underneath. Just applying my Duo black lash glue to the lash strip and allowing that to go tacky for a few seconds before sticking it on my lid. So last night I made some vegan smoked salmon, and it's from Lucy Watson's cookbook, and basically you marinate carrot in rice vinegar, caster sugar, salt and liquid smoke for 24 hours, and then I had it on a bagel with avocado, and it's like avocado and smoked salmon. yeah, I love how that looks. So very similar to how she is looking, with the kind of cat eye lashes, and still can see the shadow poking through. Okay, so that is lashes done. I also just ran some of that black rainbow from the Beauty Killer palette along the lash line, the lash band, to disguise it against the kohl liner. So time for face. I'm going to start with my primer, as always, my Too Faced Hangover Primer. And I'm just going to apply that with my fingers. She is looking quite full coverage, so for that I'm going to go in with my Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer in the shade Nude Slash Chair 00 BB. And then I'm going to pump that on the back of my hand and just dot that on my face. Because this foundation is like a 2-in-1, you can use it as concealer as well if you want. It's really lovely and buildable, so I just start out with a little bit and then go in with more if need be. So then once this is blended in, hopefully I won't look as scary. So I am happy with that coverage, so I'm not going to go in with any more, but obviously you absolutely could if you wanted to. And she is also very highlighted, especially here, so I'm going to go in with a full coverage bright concealer, and for that I'm taking my Huda Beauty Overachiever concealer. I feel like this is a shade like Panna Cotta or something. I'm not sure because it has rubbed off, but I think that is the shade I've used. I will link the one that I used down below anyway. So just applying that under the eyes. And bringing it down too. She has that highlight there. And just blending that out with my Morph sponge. I love this concealer. I think I said in my last video I wasn't sure if it was vegan or not, but I did a little research and found out that it was. And obviously Huda Beauty is cruelty free too. So that means I will be repurchasing this. It fixes and hides literally everything that out. I'm going over the nose a little too and bringing it up the forehead, over the cupid's bow and on the centre of the chin. So I just did that with the excess product of what was on my sponge, because she's got a little bit of highlight in those areas but nothing too crazy. So rather than applying product direct to that area and making it really intense, I just used the excess that was on my sponge. And then I am just going to set my under eyes before they start creasing. So for this I'm going to take my Real Techniques contour brush and I'm going to go with my Laura Mercier translucent powder and just apply that directly under the eyes. So just pressing that product right in there and down here. But I'm not coming anywhere near here because I'm going to put a little bit of cream contour on. Perfect, so looking nice and bright under those eyes, which is what we wanted. So on the picture she's not really bronze, she's more blush, but she has got a very structured look. So for this I am going to cream contour, and I'm just going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills cream contour kit. And I'm going to go in with this middle shade shadowed. I'm not going to put any darker shades on today because like I say she's not really that bronze, she's more blushed. So this is just to get a bit of structure to our face, and going in with the Morph foundation brush from the Stripey set and just applying that just here and focusing it on the back. Focusing on the back but blending it out as we go, because this is going to be like one of our only forms of bronzer today. Oof. And then just getting my sponge and just helping to blend that out a little bit. So you can see that difference just from doing that cheek. fell out of love with cream contouring for so long, and then did it in my last video and I've fallen in love with it again. It is so nice to put under bronzer, or if you just want to keep it quite natural, just to do the cream contour. So just under the jawline, to snatch that jaw, make it look like we have one. And then I'm just going literally in the centre of the forehead, just there, so not coming here, because anything to make this big ass forehead look a bit smaller. I'm just going to get my Laura Mercier translucent powder and a nice big fluffy brush and literally just whack this all over my face. So I am going to go in with a little bit of bronzer. I'm going to take, as always, my Urban Decay Beach Bronzer on this Real Techniques multitask brush. And just kind of go over and blend up where we put that contour. But we don't want too much. I'm focusing it more on the back towards the hairline, not really bringing it forward. Okay, so that feels really weird not putting more bronzer on than that, because normally I would load my face with bronzer, but we're keeping it at that for today. Also, she doesn't look like she has any highlighter on. I'm going to put some highlighter on because I cannot live without it, but I'm just going to do it really lightly. So I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills So Hollywood Illuminator. So just putting a little bit on the high points, but not going crazy like I normally would. So obviously I've got a bit of a glow on there, but not going too mad. Down the centre, Cupid's bow. Okay, and then she's very heavily blushed, so I'm going to take the same brush that I used to do my bronzer with to help blend it all together. And today I'm taking the California Blush by Benefit. It does have a reflective ingredient in it, so that'll help to make it a bit more shimmery and highlighted. So just applying that to the apples of the cheeks and taking it back towards where we put that bronzer. Again, not going too crazy to start out with, just building it up to how we like it. Feels exceptionally crazy, but we'll roll with it. We're from the 80s today. And then just over the top of that, I'm just going to go in with my Chrissy Times Becca palette. This is what it looks like, and I'm just going to go over the top very lightly with this blush topper. So literally dipping it in once and going over the top. Like so. So you can see she's got very heavy blush on, as have I. So now time for bottom lashes. So I'm just going to take that first brush that I used to apply the blue and go in straight underneath. So she's not very smoked out, she's literally got the tiniest thin layer of the blue under lash line. So we're going to keep it very, very close to the bottom lashes. I'm going to blend it out with a little bit of pink as well, just to blend it all together. And then I'm not actually putting any more pink on the brush, I'm just going to use what's already on there and just really, really lightly blend that out so it's not too harsh. I'm actually going to take that fluffy morph brush with no product on it and just blend the rest out. like so, just so you've not got like a blue stripe on there. Then I'm just going to pop some black liner in my waterline and I'll be back. So I also just blended that down into the blue a little bit with that black. I just knew I would not be able to do that on camera at all. So I'm just going to apply some mascara to my bottom lashes to help blend it all together and bring the look together. Then also, like I said at the beginning, just to darken my brows up a bit more, I'm not going to get any more product on the brush, but just lightly running that mascara through my brows, and then that also sets them in place as well. Like once that mascara has set down in your brows, it is not moving. So you can just see that difference, just darkens them a little bit more. It does feel very unusual going in with such a big wand on your brows though. So for lips, she's got a very glossy bright pink on, so we're going to do that as well. So for lip liner, I'm just going to go in with my Essence liner in 07 Cute Pink. And just line the lips. And then for lipstick, I'm going to go in with my Benefit Pink Thrills lipstick. For gloss, I'm taking my Essence Shine 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 gloss. I don't know what shade this is in because it's rubbed off literally by this time after time. And then just popping that in the centre. That is the finished look, guys. I feel crazy, but I love it. I loved how it turned out. I love the colour combination. Obviously normally I probably won't pair a bright lip with bright eyes, but today we're going with it and I'm loving it. I'm going to start doing this style of hair more often too because I think it's cute. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and please don't forget to subscribe. It would mean the world. I will see you in my next video and I will speak to you soon. Bye, loves.